It is finally the time to make the video known as How to Deal with Every Character version 2. Let's go. The first character is Willie. Willie is a very simple character. He works the same as 1.0. You have the audio lures, and you can just, or the music box, and you can take them around the house like it's your house. You can show him all your nice rooms. You can take him outside, or he can take a walk. You can, I don't know, you can take him anywhere. You can even take him to the bathroom for some reason. One change 2.0 has over 1.0 is each music box has a specific amount of lore in it. They don't refill anymore. Make sure to keep that in mind, as that's important. So, another thing is, if he gets to your room, like he will in a second here, then you can take him out, and then take him around again. That's nice. You can go through both doors, so you gotta be careful. People think that 1, 5, and 7 are the best spots for the characters now, because 2, they just get to you too fast at this point. They're quicker than 1.0, because attic stuff. And so, you want to use like 5, 7, 1 in the thing. And like the harder challenges to lure Dippy and Willie. If it's just Willie, you can just lure him to 9. The next character we're talking about is everyone's favorite character. If you don't love this character, what are you doing? It's Daisy. Daisy is different now. Because before, if you saw Daisy, you just click other camps to get rid of her. But you can't do that anymore. Now you actually have to flash her to get rid of her. To compensate, the flash has been increased a lot. So, you see, there she is, right? If I go around and find her and I click off, that results in her coming in my room. That's a lot harder than it was before. Now you actually have to be very careful with Daisy. And let me tell you, True Nightmare with Daisy is quite difficult now. The next character is the Face. The Face still goes to the attic with the same audio cue, except he's now a bit different in the attic. Instead of dealing with him once, you now have to deal with him twice. Now that means he could be on the right, and he'd like jump over to the left or middle. So he's here. So you get rid of him once, now he moved to the left, and you get rid of him again, and then you're done. He also does that, which I don't know if he did in 1.0. While we're here, Belial. Belial is a Notepad character, or the Notepad character, not a. Basically, she appears on a Notepad, and you erase her to get rid of her. If she gets in, then she makes other characters more aggressive. It makes the entire, just like, lights go out and in and stuff. Next is Photo Negative Minnie. Photo Negative Minnie is funny. When she's hanging there, you can't shine her, or flash her. But when she gets down from the ceiling, you can. Now, Minnie is actually different now. Because Minnie, she can go to cam 2 like before, but she also can go to cam 7, 1, 3, 6. So let's see. Yep, this time she went 7. So now she goes 1, and then she'll go to 3. And then so on, 6 to your office. Now, she can take either path. The nice part is the flash is a lot quicker, but she is too. And her in combination with Daisy can be pretty annoying. Especially Corruptus, because he's actually a threat now. We'll get to that later. Pete is back. and Peter than ever. You see, Pete, you still do the same thing. You go up to the attic. If he's there, you go back down. But there's one difference. Now, if you have your lighter on, he will kill you. So when you go up to the attic now, you have to just hold off on the lighter until you get up there. Let's just say, if you turn the lighter on, things may not go well. Next up, we got the Dippy. Now, Dippy is just like Willie. You lure them around with the audio, you know, same deal, basically. They can go anywhere, but here's one thing. If we let them go to 8, watch this, or, yeah, just watch this, I guess. And then we let them go to 9, or to our window, we can get rid of them, right? But, you hear that? The game's letting you know. You want to see what happens when you look out the window while they're there? Look how fast this is. But yeah, you want to keep Dippy away from cam 9, because that's how they get to you. Is they go this way, and then if they get here, then, you know, you look that way when you're going to the attic and it's over. We're now on Cabin Face. Now, Cabin Face is basically the same as 1.0. You'll have to go to attic, and you'll hear the eye bouncing around. And you'll have to click it to pick it up. The difference in this version is his eye actually is dark, and you have to right-click to pick it up. And it's faster, and the hitbox is fixed. So, it's a lot better than it was. So, if we wait here, we'll see him enter, and then we'll have to catch his eye. See, he's sitting over there gaming right now. Let's get his eye real quick. That's not normal. That's nice. It's, who are you? It's Freddy! It's Fledbear! Right? Is that purple? Okay. You can see his feet and everything. I'm looking at what you guys see right now. That caught me off guard. Who is this? You guys probably know. That's enough. Is he still there? Wait, we gotta see. Nope. Okay, I see. Okay, now we're talking about Photo Negative Mickey. Now, Photo Negative Mickey goes cams 824 to your office. Now, let him to my office real quick so I can show you. Basically, he makes an audio cue every time, and he makes a sound cue. So you have to turn off a camera to deal with him. He is very fast. Look at this. He's already almost back. What is that, 20 seconds? He's quick. Okay. Now we got Slester. Slester only makes the visual quality get worse. So if we stare at him for a second here, you'll see the screen begin to do screen stuff. So if we keep watching, look at this. It gets worse and worse and worse. The glitchy effect attempts to overtake the screen. Now you got the weird line effect. It's so cool. Yeah, it's so annoying to look at later on. Like, it's already hard to see Pete in the attic. Imagine trying to look in there while you got all this nonsense going on. Now, if you raise the notepad, he goes away, but your screen stays like that. Slester can come in the office in 3 different spots. He can come in on the left, going up to the attic, in the middle, see there's the middle, or on the right, which you guys have already seen. I'm not going to show off what he looks like on the left, because that's pointless. Also, you have to raise the cam if he does appear on the left. But anyway. That's Slester. Now we're on Oswald. Oswald takes the path 8236 your room, but Oswald does have some slight differences. So obviously, let's let him get to the office, and I'll point it out if he does the new thing. If we close this, and we wait for him to come in, he's on the left, which you're used to. While we have this wait time, keep in mind that if PNM and Oswald are in the room at the same time, you'll have to shut off 2 cameras instead of just one like you originally would have had to. Oops. So, as we can see, he's about to enter again. Except this time, something will be different. Instead of going to the other side, he's there. That's new. So, keep an eye out for Oswald on both sides now, not just the Notepad side. Next is Inkblot MickMick. Inkblot MickMick you have to blink to get rid of, but now it's a bit different. For one thing, he fades in. Get rid of him real quick, and he's gone. I don't know if that's new or not, I'm just kind of citing slang. But the difference is there is now a blink cooldown. So you can't just press shift and all spammy anymore. Now you actually have to wait. Oh, while I'm here, another difference is you can blink while in the attic. Now, see, I'll show that real quick. I'll go up here, we wait, and give it a second. You can blink. He attacks really fast, so you want to be on your toes with this dude. Next is Corruptus. Now, Corruptus is roughly the same, but he's quicker. A lot quicker. He is actually kind of a threat now. Look at this. Anyway, he goes 5136 your office. It doesn't take much time anymore to get Corruptus all the way to your office. He is stunned when Daisy's in the room that you're looking at, or you're using the lure. Other than that, you gotta be on those cams. You got Daisy, Corruptus, Minnie, Willie, Dippy, PNM, Oswald. You got so much to worry about now. Everything is a threat. It's no longer some characters are useless. Everyone is a threat. I mean, look at this. I'll let him kill real quick. That didn't take long. That did not take long at all. Since I'm feeling extra generous today, you guys can have your favorite phone call. Lisa! She's a bit shy today. There we go. Why did I include this? Because I felt like it. I don't know. Ask not me. How about that? Now, we're in the tunnels. Let's say hi to Hourglass. Now with Hourglass, you want to turn corners to lose him. Otherwise, you won't. He's the same speed as you. Run! I'm trying to lose him. Okay. Keep running. You can't lose. By the way, if you go in the door while he's aggroed onto you, it won't work. Look, I'll show you. Okay, we should be running up on a door here. I'll have to go in really quick. Go! Okay, now he just bangs on the door. He knows I'm in. I won't be able to get out of here alive. He'll just keep going. Something I didn't mention is now you can really easily hear where Hourglass is. Well, I'm here, I guess. For those who don't know, the way that you beat tunnels is you get the key, and then you go through the door you came from to escape. Anyway, back to tracing him. Keep in mind, every night the Hourglass grid gets bigger, so you have to be more and more careful each time because there's more and more space to cover. Also, trust me, there's a good chance you won't remember the door you came from, so I recommend staying on the outsides to look for the door. It is now time to explain Night 5. Night 5 is different from the rest. You have MickMick. MickMick can have two different types of eyes, black or white. If they're black, you can warm up the audio. If they're white, then you can flash them. See, you lure them. I recommend keeping them in kitchen, bathroom, or outside in 9. 9's the best because you can see them out the window, but keep in mind you'll have to switch at some point because of the audio lures. He just went inside the attic. You can tell because he just completely disappeared. Now he has white eyes, so you can flash him. See, the nice part about outside is now you can just see he's there. Now, he will move back, and so we'll just keep him there. Okay, so you have the notepad. There's a Notepad Mother. If Notepad Mother fully forms, she will kill you. Make sure to erase this constantly. Okay, that's how you can tell the face is in the attic, or Inkblot Face. Inkblot Face goes side to side. He has 4 forms. You have to hold the lighter over his face. He can appear at the far left, middle right, or far right. That's what I mean by his 4 forms. He can just go 4 different places in the attic. You have to be on top of him. Okay, something I forgot to mention was Inkblot Face always goes 6 times. So 4, 5, 6. It's 6 and he's always gone. It's not random in this version like it was in the last version. Okay. Another character is the Camera Mother. Camera Mother acts like Daisy. You take a picture of her when she's there, don't switch off or else she breaks the camera. See, now we go back, Cam 4's gone. The nice part about her though is she doesn't do that long, like, forcing you to be in your office watching her and you can't use cams. MickMick went into attic again. Oh, if you go up into attic while MickMick's in there, you die, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. But anyway, 3 a.m. This is when stuff gets real. MickMick turns into, like, MickMick, Big MickMick. This is Big MickMick now. Big MickMick's a lot faster, but it has the same mechanics as the other one. So, you always want to keep Big MickMick really far away from you. If you don't, then things will go wrong. You gotta go fast here. Especially night 6, I'll explain that later. Okay, yeah, this is not the hard one. Okay. Okay, night 6 is just hyper-aggressive MickMick. Always keep him in kitchen, Oh, he's an attic. Always keep him in kitchen, bathroom, or outside. If you don't, you'll regret it. So, like right there, we want to quickly get him back to kitchen. If you leave, like, before you get him away, then he will get in and kill. So, right now, he should be at the getting to. There he is. Quickly get him back. We will barely have enough time here. And now the attic rumbles, so you gotta go back up. You always want to deal with them before going up to the attic. Like, right before. Or else they're gonna be too close, and they will have already killed you. Now we're explaining Shade Photonegative Mickey. Shade Photonegative Mickey makes your way to your office really fast. When you see him in one of the entrances, stab YBF once. Only one stab is required to get rid of him. He can get to your office both ways. He can come from the left, or he can come from the right. Right here, he's about to come from the left. See? And now stab YBF, and that's it. Now we're explaining Shade Oswald. Shade Oswald works the same way that Shade Photonegative Mickey does. He makes his way to your left or right, and when they're at the entrance, stab YBF once. So we're waiting for them to appear. I don't know where they are. Are they even in cams? I really don't know if they're in cams or not. Hello? Oh, there they were. So you always stab. They can go to the left or to the right, just like Photonegative Mickey. Next up is Shade Donald. Shade Donald is a tricky one. Actually, I got lucky. If he's on a head and you click that head, he'll do this, like, long thing. To get rid of him, switch cams immediately. Or just switch cams back and forth a bunch of times. In this version, he always is on, like, the real head. He doesn't make fake heads all around. You actually, like, this is the head you need. You just have to switch back and forth through the cam a bunch of times. So, like, let's click it. Most of the time that happens, you will be dead. That's why you just gotta switch cams back and forth really fast until you realize that he's gone. Next up is Shade Minnie. Shade Minnie appears on the cameras frequently. If you stare at her on a camera for too long, she will come into the office, forcing you to quickly put the cam back up. See, if we look around now, she should pop up any second now. So now you raise the cam, and that's it. She's the Golden Freddy. Shade Goofy is similar to Shade Photonegative Mickey and Oswald. He makes his way to your office, and he goes into the hallways. However, if he gets in a hallway, he will steal, YBF, your best friend. To prevent it, use the light on him. Any amount of time on the light works. So you can wait like I did, or you can just quickly click it. That is not restricted. You don't have to wait specific times. But yeah, you can go to right and left. You don't have to watch his leaving animation. And yeah. See, he's about to come to the right now. Next up is Shade Sadie. Now, Shade Sadie was a character I failed to explain in the first video, so this is an improvement. Shade Sadie is in the carnival room. She gets closer and closer. She is the mode's timer. In this version, what's different is when you collect a head, it sends her back a phase. So you have to keep collecting heads at a really fast pace to keep her away. If she gets too close, she will kill. Another thing that messes with her timer, actually, is spamming YBF. So, if we click this a few times, we should see her pop up. See, she's there now. So if we go collect the head, she's sent back. So, let's show you what happens if you click YBF 5 times or something. For the fake head challenge, there will be 3 heads instead of 1. One of the 3 heads is the real head. The other 2 will just fade away when clicked. See? That one's not real. Actually, it is real. Come on, game. Now's not the time to give me the real heads. That was during True Limbo. See, that one fades away. So let's go find the real one. That's the real one. And you get the idea. Also, I guess while we're talking about heads. Heads spawn in every 5 seconds. So, in between you collecting a head and the next batch of heads spawning in, there's a 5-second window. I recommend just going like this over and over until that's done. Next up is Flawless. Now, I won't explain this one in-game because it's kind of a very small challenge that you'll already be used to by the time you use it. It just makes it so if you collect a Donald head on cams or stab YBF when no one's at a hallway, it'll just insta-kill you. Well, Sadie will. That one's very simple. That's why I just explained it on the menu. Next up is Hiding YBF. YBF, after you are on the cams for too long, will hide in one of 4 spots in the office. You have to find which one and click it. He's right here. His other 2 spots are behind the desk, behind the telephone, and on the ground just to the left of your desk. The trickiest one to see is the one to the left of your desk. Second is this telephone. Third is this one, because you might not go over here. And the 4th is the one on the desk. You have to really keep your eyes peeled. This is what makes True Limbo so much harder than Base Limbo, is you'll have this, like, short window of the enemies there while you're collecting it. One thing I really want to mention real quick is heads can't spawn on camera 9. Camera 9 is the only camera that has this. This is the Shade Belial camera, not the head camera. It is now time to talk about Jeff. In Jeff, there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 cameras. You have to hold down your mouse button on them to reboot them. So, you always want to reboot cam 7 and 2 first, because Jeff will have 2 different behaviors throughout the night. To start, he will come to your office and do this. Once he is inside, put down the cam and stand still. Once you reboot 4 cameras, he will start coming inside. Let me show you what that looks like once I get this done. Okay, I now have 4 cameras. So now he will start his other behavior. See, now, instead of coming inside and forcing me to stand still, he will go to one of these cams and I'll have to use the light on him when he gets inside. Cam 2 is connected to the front, and this cam is connected to the left. So, you want to reboot cams while looking back and forth. See, he's at 2 now, so once he leaves 2, we look at the right. That's all he has to offer. I don't know how I didn't mention this, but to win, you need to reboot all 10 cameras. This up here is the battery, so you have to go somewhat fast. Jeff Hard Mode is a very similar challenge, though it has one main difference. I'll get to that when I get there, but Jeff's other thing is he's also a bit more aggressive here. So, yeah. Jeff's main difference on hard mode is he will start coming into your, like, hallways, making you do the light thing earlier than on normal mode. Instead of 2 cams, it's 3 cams. Now he'll start doing the thing where he just comes in the hall. But yeah, keep in mind normal 4, this one, that amount. Always check cam 7 too, he's there, yep. You get the idea at this point. Next up is Slenderman. Slenderman is a very simple character. So what we're gonna do is we get a page. Now, once we get this page, Slenderman will spawn in. If you don't get a page in 40 seconds, he will instantly spawn in on max AI, so make sure that you're playing the game. So now he's around. So now let's run around. You see, when the flashlight gets all staticky, that means Slenderman is in front of you. Oh wait, I should pick up the page. For the more pages you have, the more aggressive he gets. Also, looking at him too long will kill him, or running into him will kill you. running into him becomes a lot more of an issue later on because, like, that's when he will, not later on hard mode, because that's when he'll actually chase you. On normal, he doesn't as much, and he rarely spawns just kind of straight in front of you, and so you get better times. Oh, here's another thing. There's always one page in this room. So make sure you pick up that page whenever you see that door. Yeah, that's basically it. You just run if you see him go one way, unless you're at near the end of an intersection, and go all the way. If you see him spawn in front of you, just immediately run the other way. Jeff hard mode isn't too much different, but there is differences. For one thing, you now have a rechargeable flashlight. Hold right click to recharge it. Another thing is he's faster. Keep in mind that both Slender Normal and Hard Mode both take place in 4x4 grids. Here he's more aggressive and will spawn closer to you. So that's where the challenge comes. See, I'll just give you an example now of how he looks, because I can do that on Hard Mode, unlike the other one. There he is. He's chasing me right now, and so if I stop running, I'll die. Well, also he freezes while you look at him. That's another thing. See, the flashlight's out. That's what makes this one tricky. You have to get 8 pages, just like Slender. Didn't mention that normal, but yeah, it goes for both. The way that you want to play hard mode is you want to try to make him spawn in places like behind gates and stuff, so that way he doesn't kill you. There, I ran into him. But yeah, so you want to try to abuse his spawn by getting him to spawn behind gates and stuff. If you see him, run. For clarification, I mean, you spawn him behind gates and stuff, not because he can't go through them, because trust me, he can. It's so you can go the direction that you actually want to go, so you don't end up going in, like, a circle. Or just back and forth, because he keeps spawning in front of you. So if you get him behind a gate, then you can just kind of run for it. Also, yeah, shift to run, you should know that by now. You made it this far. Now, we are talking about Smile Dog. With Smile Dog, you have to quickly erase this drawing. Now, Smile Dog has different stuff going on than he did in base Casa. Now, he can spawn 3 times on cams or once in attic. Right here, he's in attic. So you quickly go up there and you shine your light on his face. And now he's gone. You can go back to erasing the drawing. However, I said he doesn't only go to attic. He has a second mechanic where if we wait here now, oh, come on, you have to, okay, there we go. He can also appear on cams 3 different times. So, and now you're free to go back to erase it. The goal of this mode is to completely erase the drawing. Keep in mind that there is a sanity mechanic now, where if you go insane by looking at Smile Dog for too long, or not, by him being spawned in for too long, you don't look at him. By him being spawned in, then you will die, which becomes a big problem in hard mode. Or if you just let the drawing completely come back, then you'll also die. Smile Dog hard mode is a lot harder than normal mode. Not only is the drawing harder to erase, but Smile Dog also appears more now. So, instead of 3 times, he always appears 3 times, and then he either goes to the attic once or appears 1 more time. So it's either 6 flashes or 3 in 1 attic. Sanity also becomes a bigger problem here than the other one, as you can see by my screen already looking freaky. And so, yeah, he's gone. So now we go back to erasing this, and he's already back. He is quick here. Okay, and now we go to the attic. What? Oh, he's not in the attic, but you get the idea. So he can either appear 3 times and go to attic, or appear 6 times, and both of those were 6 times, sadly. So I can show you the attic. I was just kind of praying that it was an attic. You know what? Never mind. You get the idea. You just completely erase the drawing without Sandy going out while dealing with him. It is now time to talk about the best character, Eyeless Jack. Eyeless Jack is, let me tell you, the trickiest creepypasta, in my opinion at least. You have to go around the tunnels and take 5 pictures of him before the time runs out on normal. Hard, it's different, but I'll explain that when I get there. See, on normal, you have to get close to him and take 5 pictures. Something different with this version is if you're kind of far away and you take a picture, he'll start chasing you, so you'll have to run away. So their goal is to find him, take pictures, and yeah, that's your goal. You also do have a time limit where if you take too long, then he will just kill you. And it's cool because like when you get close to dying, your screen becomes warped. Anyway, I'll just play so you can see how this looks. There we go. Just got a picture of him. He was walking towards me. So now I'm gonna show you an example of him chasing me. There we go. He's chasing me. Run! I was too far away when I took the picture. You could hear his feet getting fast. Now, normally I just turn one corner whenever he's chasing me, but most of the time you will see him, and he'll just be out of camera range, but still, like, you can normally see him. So then he'll chase after you a bit, and then you'll have to, like, re-find him again. It's this entire long process. I'm not a big fan of Eyeless Jack. Okay, I'll just explain this on the menu because I really don't think going into game will help much because it's literally the same thing as normal, except for one thing, he's faster, right? So before he was like walking speed, but now he's running speed. So you really need to like go you need to really try to catch up to him. A lot of the time you'll have to try to like cut him off to take pictures of him and stuff. This is difficult, let me tell you. Another difference, speaking of pictures, is you need 10 pictures for hard mode instead of 5. I don't know. Also, here's another thing for you. The grid in normal mode is a 4x4. Here, it expands to a 5x5. It only gets harder. Now, for me, this is probably the hardest one of these, but like, I've heard other people say Slender was. This is apparently the hardest one, which I don't really agree with and stuff. But anyway, you get the idea. So that's all the creepypastas now. Okay, I'm explaining this here because I'm not gonna go through the trouble of finding a Mortimer sighting. I'd have to replay nights 2 through like 4 over and over and over again and pray for good RNG. But anyway. So, this is Mortimer in this game, right? Mortimer is different from Finale 2020 because in that game, you trigger him on purpose. In this game, it's just a complete random chance. Now, I haven't even seen him. Well, actually I have because 1.0 bug. But anyway, so the way Mortimer works is he will deactivate every other tune and play his song like he did in the first game, except he's different now. Instead of like going to your room and then you being able to shut off a cam, now it's either when he gets to your room, you're either in the room and you let him kill you, or you go to the attic and sit there until 6 a.m. Now, yeah, that's Mortimer. There is one real final main character. This is the Forgotten One. Now, I'm explaining him on the wiki because I really don't want to have to, like, play the game until I find him either. Anyway, so the way he works is when you put your monitor down, he will spawn there. And you have to put your monitor back up to survive. Now, if you go to the attic, you will die. And keep in mind, he's a game crasher, so if you get jump scared by him, fun. Well, you did it. That's officially the end of the video. That's every single character in the entirety of Oblitus Casa explained. Now, make sure to like and subscribe if you like that video. Should I do the, the ugly... Guys, make sure to comment down below, ugly cat in water fountain if you made it this far. But anyways, have fun, turn your volume down, and see ya!